So I think I've said it a few times now, but I'll say it again. This anime in Fantasy Bishoujo, it just makes my week better. It makes my day better. It makes my week better. Like, it just makes whatever day it is, even if the day is just boring, not going well, or it's just another day. Like, today's just Tuesday, right? It immediately made my day so much better by just laughing my freaking ass off. Like, literally, this episode, you have JINGUJI being scolded or being like put on the right path by Schwartz, the biggest Kirito dumbass idiot in the world. And he's schooling him on like depression and the fact that JINGUJI's basically being like a high school boy that is making his jealousy worse by not confronting the person that he's been made feel that way in Tachibana. And Schwartz is legitimately calling him out. But before Schwartz was able to even get there, he said the words that, yo, Tachibana only was cheating on you like a little bit. And he was referencing that Tachibana left with the princess. So he's like, oh, she only cheated on you a little bit. And that put JINGUJI over the top. And our boy, he let all his bloodlust come out. And he had Schwartz, who was physically shaking. He's like, my knees have never done this before. And they're just shaking everywhere, and I lost. Like, I think I cried a little bit. Like, I lost it. Then he gets over it, right? He gets over his whole thing, and then he hits him with like, "Oh, you're just depressed." And JINGUJI's like, "I'm not depressed." He's like, he becomes like an inflatable man. He just gets all just weepy, right? Like, that whole scene had me cracking the F up. Like, I'm telling you guys, no matter what day you're having, this anime can make it better. Now, before all the JINGUJI stuff, we're finally learning a little bit more about like with the goddesses. The goddesses, you know, sipping vino, sipping wine up in this ethereal space, this heavenly realm that she's in. And enjoying her time, but somebody's finally attacking her, which ended up being the maid of the princess, who is essentially trying to envelop them in darkness. Or maybe she is another goddess, or she works for a different goddess, or the antagonist to the goddess, even though the goddess seems like a piece of crap too. So it's like, who knows who's really evil, but you know, she's definitely like an antagonist. So we're finally learning more about that. The way she did it though was she touched Tachibana's tattoo, and basically put darkness on that. So she's kind of manipulating some of her memories, and then she kind of slept it away. The princess herself, she has incited a rebellion or a civil war, essentially with, I guess, the neighboring city or country or whatever. She's basically inciting an uproar for the kingdom, which Schwarzenheimer, you know, Schwartz put that to bed, because apparently his holy weapon isn't not necessarily for killing or cutting necessarily, but he was able to basically cut through everyone's clothing, but also their spirit, and kind of break whatever darkness was kind of enveloping them or in handling them, and he was able to break through it, which is actually very impressive that he has that power. Then you have Schwartz meeting the king, effing hilarious. Loved all of that. Like, I just continue to say it, and I'll continue to praise it. Like, I think this episode was awesome. I can't believe we're kind of getting to the end of the season already. I think this was episode number 10 that we're on. Yeah. Episode number 10. A guy who reincarnated as a fantasy knockout, and a rebel army. Rebel army is what this one was called. But we're 10 weeks into this. We're gonna be 11 weeks in pretty soon. But this anime, the thing it can hang its hat on is it's comedy genius, and it can definitely make any day better by just legitly inciting like some legit belly laughs. Like, this one is definitely probably comedy of the winter season so far, for sure, and just an enjoyable anime to watch each and every week. Like, I love the princess. I love that she's Two-Faced. I love that Tachibana this week couldn't live with herself in a skirt. She was like, I'd rather be naked than be in a skirt. Like, she felt like she was being like, not materialized or material, but basically like when someone looks like objectified. So she looked like she felt like she was being objectified. So she's now kind of coming to fruition of what that feeling can feel like. She was like, I'd rather be naked than be like objectified in this way by all these people. And I love the real stuff that they tackle, the love between Jinguchi and Tachibana, and then just the feelings that they have, and then you couple that with kind of like everything else. Like, this anime is just so good. But I'm gonna leave you guys on those thoughts this week. Let me know what you guys thought about episode number 10 this week down in the comments below. As always, I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate you guys coming by every week to hang out and chill and see what my thoughts were on the episode. Let me know what your thoughts were, and I'll see you guys next week.